Ever feel like life keeps testing you in one specific area again and again? Like, no matter what you do, it just doesn't get easy. That's not random. That's the Saturn influence in astrology. Saturn is the planet of karma, discipline, delays, and life lessons. Wherever Saturn sits in your birth chart, that's where life is likely to slow you down, but it also builds you up in the strongest possible manner. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel so far, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And you can also book a one-on-one personal reading for your chart by going through the description and the comment box. Now, Saturn placement in different houses can be different for all 12 ascendants. But here we are looking at it just from a house placement point of view, presuming it's alone. So Saturn in the first house, you may feel judged or misunderstood. Confidence builds up slowly, but it becomes unshakable. These kind of people tend to mature early in life, take on more responsibilities. This may also impact some kind of a delay into your marital timing. Saturn in the second house can lead to money struggles early on in life. But long term financial stability looks good if the person is disciplined. It also impacts your overall ancestors and the house of from where you came from. So even those relations can be seen from here. Saturn, if it's sitting in the third house, will give you some kind of communication fears. These kind of people could be a little more introvert, they may feel they have speech issues, but if you think deeply, they may be struggling to express themselves. This also signifies relationships with siblings, pretty much younger siblings. Saturn in the fourth house, this will give you emotional heaviness, some kind of anxiety at home. You learn to create your own sense of security. However, Saturn in the fourth may also mean people who are looking at foreign settlements, etc., they tend to have a lower chance if we are looking at just Saturn's placement. Saturn in the fifth house. This will bring in delays in love, creativity, uh, or any kind of like general happiness. But it will make things deep and meaningful later on. How later on? That is something to be looked at from the timing. Saturn in the sixth house. This will bring in work pressure, routines will be heavy, but with discipline, it will make you unstoppable. It will also help you destroy competition. So you will be able to excel with Saturn in the sixth house with benefics aspect and in the right sign. It will also help you excel at competitive exams. Saturn in the seventh house. This is the house of your marriage, relationships. So here relationships turn karmic, delayed or heavy, but they eventually become long lasting once you are in the zone where you marry after the Saturn's maturity or based on timings in your birth chart. Saturn in the eighth house. Now, Saturn in the eighth in the Trik Bhav can bring in deep fears, transformation, and emotional intensity. I mean, it creates a phase for you to evolve through darkness. So, those who have Saturn in the eighth house will not have a fairly smooth ride either which ways early on in their life. They will navigate through some kind of a major transformation early on in their life, especially when the Saturn Dasha periods are on. Saturn in the ninth house. This is where your belief systems are tested. You will experience things and not just do blind faith. So it will not these kind of people will be like more who will in with this placement. You will be like challenging certain things than just blindly following them. Saturn in your 10th house can cause career delays, but brings in massive successes later on. This is slow, but a powerful rise of energy. Again, whether Saturn here is in Libra exalted or it's in Aries debilitated, that's a different pattern altogether. But Saturn in the 10th house is going to impact your career. Saturn in the 11th house, this what it will do is, because it's the discipline in your social circle, so you may have lesser friends but more loyal friends. Dreams will take its own time, but they do come to reality with persistence. Here, it will also impact your relationships with your elder sibling if you have one. And it brings in consistent income flows, but never too high volume ones. Finally, Saturn in the last 12th house brings in isolation, overthinking. I mean, it can bring in hidden fears. Conjunct with other planets from here, it can also give signs of a spiritual growth. So, this is how the Saturn gets placed in different houses. It's not there to punish you, it trains you. And the area where you struggle the most, that's exactly where you're meant to be stronger than anyone else. Comment your Saturn house placement below and I'll tell you your biggest life lesson. You can follow me for more real astrology and not just surface level predictions. You can reach out to me if you want your horoscope reading done. And check the comment box for a website link and connect with me. Thank you.